Good morning. We usually do a little bit of a spiel before going in, but I think we're just going to try and get started ASAP today. Hello.
Hello.
Did you change your, oh, what?
I didn't, and I'm trying to figure out why it's doing that.
Huh.
Do you have to, like, refresh OBS or something?
I don't know. How do I... I'm gonna deliberately break it and then fix it and see if that works. Now it's gone? No, there it is again. Fresh cache? Nope. Huh. That's weird.
Yeah, that is odd.
Do you have an icon associated with, Oh, no, because this works with your Discord account, right?
Yeah. I've logged into Reactive with my Discord account.
Okay, so it's... My guess is it's defaulting to your Discord image for some reason.
It looks like it, yeah. Can you try importing it into OBS as a browser source again?
Yeah, sure. Let me grab the URL. Mina disappear.
Vanish.
Yes. Let me add a browser source. Again. Oh. Saw a cog. Nope. Discord icon. Huh. I mean, we could work with this for the time being, and maybe, like, poke at it during the break.
Yeah, that's fine too.
Yeah.
I'm just confused as to why it's doing that.
Yeah. Like, I have to, like we said, I have to imagine that's something to do with, it not being able to use your image, but why that would be,
Yeah, it's weird because it shows it in Reactive, and when I click on my name on Reactive, it opens up the proper one.
Is there a... What? Okay, hold on. Actually, I just thought of something. What happens if I just go to that link? Huh. It's showing that correctly for me in my browser, but not OBS? What could be going on here? You know what? This is one of those things I'm gonna have to let sit in my brain for a minute to let it cook. Why would that be? Is it a dimensions thing? That could be the only... Probably has... But I saw the reactive cog, so it's like clearly got it. Or it's clearly like... I'm still getting something from it. Why would it decide to do this? You don't have, like, dimensions defined for the, image in question, do you?
I don't think so, no. It's just, when I open up the options, it says that they're all 942 by 1000.
Let's try that. 942 by 1000. Because it could be seeing this and going, oh, I don't have an image that fits that thing.
Did you copy the group view or just my view into OBS?
What do you mean by that?
There's two different OBS sources. There's the group view and then there's just me.
Is this to do with the browser source, or?
Yeah, I think so. If you... I just sent you a link. If you copy that into OBS, does that work?
I think that's one I've got. Individual ends in 77, yeah. Dump it in there just in case it is actually different. Refresh it. Oh, it's still doing it.
Very strange. Oh well.
Yeah, very weird. I'll tell you what, in the break, if this doesn't fix itself at some point, I'll capture the browser tab that I've got open with that, and we can use that instead. That way you'll still light up, you just won't be, like, fully transparent with the rest of it.
Yep, that's all good.
Oh, that's a shame. I need to look more into this. So, like, not many people have used it, or I haven't used it much on stream outside of, like, when you and Luca were around for the big Uchikoshi stream.
Yeah.
So, like, my experience with it is pretty low for that. Just, like, it can't be an incompatibility thing, like...
It was working fine last week.
Well, and it's working, yeah, and the thing is, too, I can clearly see it working in this Chrome tab that I've got open, so, like... technology. It's always fun. Okay. Well, this has been a wild morning. First Discord's like, nah, I don't want to show Ace Attorney to anyone in call, then this always something. But, yeah, we can put that aside for now, because there's, much more important things going on, like a court case.
Yeah.
And our first foray into the, non-tutorial, court.
There's a straight-up G on trial for shooting a doctor.
Straight up G.
Right in his little noggin.
Yeah. Oh no, don't tell me the controllers. Okay, good. I just don't want to mess with that again. Come on, give me a break. Give us a break, damn it. So, I do wonder if Emma's gonna be like the Dick Gumshoe of this game in terms of the person that's like on the stand doing the initial like, oh yeah, here's the scene of the crime and the initial person we talk to, because we've clearly got, or it feels like we've got, oh man, I'm blanking on names already. Phoenix's daughter. Trucy. Yeah. Because we got Trucy with us, and I imagine she might be on the defense stand with us. I also just noticed that portrait of the judge in the background. That's really
quite
good.
Majestic, is it not?
It's got a foreboding aura to it. Kind of like looking off picture the sky and background kind of like desolate to some degree. I don't know if those are mountains or trees, but
It looked like trees, like red. Trees dyed red by the sun.
Yeah. Wonder what he's thinking about. Huh. Mr. Wright's not here today?
He said his old foot injury was acting up.
Old injury? He was all smiles yesterday.
Yeah, he smiled and he said he would be fine as long as you're here, Trucy.
Aw. Yes, fine. We'll be fine. Here comes justice. I started my voice training at 5 this morning. Jeez.
Ooh, do some now. I want to see. Here.
Huh? Oh, okay. My name is Apollo Justice, and I'm fine. It's just Apollo saying that in the mirror, like, over and over at 5 in the morning before the case is happening. Oh, that's hilarious. Trucy is unconvinced.
That sounds more like a self-mantra than voice training.
Who's this? I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? Is it the kid? Yeah.
It's Walkie.
Yeah. Good morning.
Yo, sup? Hit me with a guilty verdict, G. See if I care.
What is his deal?
You just hang loose and let things go with the flow. You know what I'm saying?
Not really. Walkie, don't be running your mouth like that in here.
See, that's the difference between me and you, old man. I ain't afraid of no cops. Real G's can't keep it real till they spend some hard time in the pen.
You have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Sounds like they've both been voice training too, Apollo. Walkie does give off insecure transmask energy, if I'm being real.
Insecure masculinity energy, at the very least, yeah. Like, just, nah, this is how real men go, like, destroying their lives by going to prison and not giving a shit about the consequences they have on other people. Yeah. My worst fears realized. Trial's starting and I still haven't had a real talk with my client. Oh yeah, this will be fun. Second he's on the stand, that's gonna be such a problem. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Court is now in session for the trial of checks paper. Walkie-talkie.
Smudged hand. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ready to rock and roll there, Judge?
Ah, it's him! The guy from yesterday. He's a prosecutor?
It's Mr. Gavin's brother.
Long time no see, Prosecutor Gavin. Are you taking a leave of absence?
There's like a 50-50 that the judge either has completely forgotten what happened to Prosecutor Gavin, or Clavier is... Is it Clavier?
Clavier, yeah.
Clavier, yeah. Or Clavier is actually a prosecutor, and I honestly don't know which is more sad for the judge. You know that, oh god, I haven't done this in a while. You know that little band I started in my free time? The thing is, we got real popular. Hard to say 9 to your fans when 3 of your singles go platinum, yeah?
I see. To be honest, I was a little concerned. I fear that you might still be distraught over that one trial.
Not to worry here, Judge. I wouldn't miss this day in court for the world. It's worth even more than VIP passes to one of my concerts, yeah? How could I pass up a chance to seize the true strength of the little boy who bested my brother? Okay, so he is actually a... Huh. It was worth cancelling a show or two.
Understood. You may give your opening statement to the court.
Before that, I was thinking... Is the air in this courtroom not a bit serious?
It is a court of
Oh
law.
no. What if we get a little silly with it, yeah? That's no way to get the crowd jumping here, Judge.
You're not supposed to jump. This is a courtroom.
They'll break the stands. What are you trying to do? Oh no. Achtung, baby. Today we play it my way. What's that noise? Why does he have...
Diegetic theme music.
Yeah, why does he have theme music in court? He bought like a little speaker, he's sitting on the bench next to him.
It's like really tinny and shitty.
Yeah. Wait a second, Bluetooth isn't working. Hang on. Sometimes you have to get on up in order to get down to prosecuting. This is crazy. The victim, Pal Maractus, director of the Maractus Clinic. The scene, People Park. He was found pulling a noodle stand.
What in the world was a doctor doing pulling a noodle stand?
Yes, I believe you will only find that you only find that out by asking the defendant right here, right now. Because it's an undeniable truth that he shot the victim. What do you mean, undeniable? If you want to glare at anyone here, Justice, glare at the punk in the defendant's chair. His crime was witnessed, quite clearly, you see?
Very well. Please admit this witness to the court. This is just them flexing their new animation skill.
Yeah, really.
So, in the art book I have, so most animations are like 5 to 8 frames. That one's 37 frames.
No, like, I'm pretty sure if there were actually reused frames there, I didn't spot them. That's crazy. It's like, what? We can put sprites in here that have more than double-digit frames? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Amazing. Oh, 9, not yet. First, there is a little matter to be cleared up. Or cleaned up. Could you talk without the accompaniment?
I swear I could see the guitar for a second. What is it, Prosecutor Gavin?
The motive, Judge. Why did the little punk do it? Why did he kill the director of the Maractus Clinic? Objection! Not so fast. The defendant doesn't have to explain that. Oh? But what if the defendant specifically requests to do so, as he did this morning? I want to give a shout out to all my homies, I believe he said.
What?
Oh, God. What is right?
They always say that on stage you should hit the crowd with speed and ferocity. Sounds like he got you good, huh, Polly?
Mm-hmm. I mean...
Well, this is highly unusual, but...
This is the right card to play from Clavier's perspective, though, because the fucking the accused is literally saying he did it, so, like...
Yeah, exactly.
Why wouldn't he?
A court will now hear from the defendant concerning his motive in the crime. So, you, son, are the defendant. Waki, are you? I ain't your son, old man.
Hey, Vulpix.
Hello. You step to a Kentucky, best be prepared to step strong.
You step to a public official, you'd best be prepared to step into jail.
You gotta hand it to him, Waki sure has guts.
It's not his guts I'm worried about.
Well then, the court will now hear testimony on the defendant's motive. From the defendant himself.
Oh boy.
I'll tell you one thing, that doctor was a quacker. Someone had to show him what's what. I was in his clinic about half a year ago, he messed up my app something bad. And then he just lets me go without a word. See you later, bye. So I gotta go in, get another doc to patch me up again. That was the day I done figured it out. No OG's gonna let that pass. That's why I went to his pad that night. Know what I'm saying? Saying you were one of the victim's patients?
I will admit, that's actually, like, not a bad motive. Or
Yeah.
at least, like, reasonably believable, and, you know, nominative determinism being what it is in this series is like, yeah, no, I bet malpractice did a lot of incorrect medical work.
A lot of stuff goes down when you're keeping it real on the street. True dat. I'll tell you one thing, that duck was whack. This is so painful.
Yeah. No, I can imagine.
This is like 2008 rating like quote unquote gangsta speech.
Yep. Which is fitting for him, because he's absolutely putting it on, trying to compensate.
100%, yeah. It's very fun for his character, but it's very uniquely dated. Not in like a bad way, just in like this is a time capsule of time it was written kind of way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very well, the defense may begin their cross-examination. Hi, Val.
Hi, Val. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Palmaractus. You're right. His name is not Malpractice, but...
Malpractice.
Can't believe this is the first time I'm hearing about all this. I also had to refresh my memory on what we actually have here at the moment. Crime scene, Baron Waki's prince. Self-Doom's noodle stand, victim by pulling it.
Did you examine the noodle stand? I can't remember.
I don't know. Let's have a look. I don't recall doing this, so I'm gonna say no. Whoa. The power of the DS. Alright. I saw something flash. On the front. Oh.
Look at this, Apollo. Mr. Eldon spelled his name backwards on this side.
Huh. I think that says noodle.
As in... Oh, sorry, that's you.
Oh, yeah. As in Eldoon's noodles.
Huh. Oh, I get it. The name of the store is the same whether you read it forward or backward.
Yeah, I guess it would be. Well, except for the last S.
Then, how about a store called Team Meat?
Close, but that would be Tame Mate backwards. And what kind of store is that?
It's not a store, silly. It's an indie developer. They made Super Meat Boy.
Yeah.
Why a store that sells meat? It's not meat unless it's Team Meat.
It is still a good name. Yeah, right, so...
That might have been it then.
That is an interesting detail, though. It also, just from a design perspective, also very clever, because, like, the name backwards, if you just put the letters in the same order, on the other side, they spell out... Yeah, no, that's cute.
You could save money on signs.
Yeah. We had a look at this, too. Oh, yeah, no.
I think all you do is confirm that it was Waki's fingerprints on it.
Yeah,
So, the defendant's prints are on this knife?
That would mean he was here the night of the crime.
That's what I call irrefutable scientific evidence. Neat.
Not so neat when it happens to be evidence against our client. Okay, I'll tell you one thing, that doctor was a quacker. Someone had to show him what's what. He was in his clinic about half a year ago. He messed up something bad. He just lets me go without a word. See you later, bye. So I gotta go in, get another doctor, catch me up again. Stay up again. Yeah, okay. That's why I went to his pad that night. I want to know more about this. So you were a patient at the Maractus Clinic half a year ago? For what reason?
I have what you might call a mark of honor.
Can you explain precisely what was wrong?
A little run-in with the Revales family. That's when I pulled a Jack move. And ran into an ambush. G busted the cap right in me.
According to my sources, you couldn't stand the stress of waiting, and ran in 15 minutes out before the appointed time, by yourself.
Hey, I was more than a match for those guys.
Were you, Waki? Were you really?
So you were carried to the Maractus Clinic from there?
Apparently, he was shot in the heart. Shot in the heart, and he's still alive?
I can catch bullets between my teeth. But I never learned how to catch them with my heart. She's so cute. The bullet stopped just short of my thumb, you know what I'm saying? I would have been golden if it wasn't right for that whack doc. Didn't even take out a stupid bullet.
So, as you say, the surgery was a failure.
That ain't all of it, Holmes.
What do you mean he just let you go without a word?
What do you think it means? It's whack, that's what. I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds bad.
It sounds as though her doctor wished to hide his mistake. This is why he let the defendant go.
He's alive, straight up. He's a badder G than me.
Okay, I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. Hello, Luca.
Oh, whoa.
Hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
You
Love
went
that
to
little
his...
power dance.
You went to his pad? Did you have an appointment to meet with the victim? In the park, perhaps?
Go to your mind. Who makes an appointment to get the drop on someone? I came ready to fight my way into that clinic of his. Shortest way to the clinic from my place was through that park, know what I'm saying? No, that's true.
Yeah. Like, believable enough. Oh. Oh. He's right. That does seem to be the shortest path.
There I was, cold walking through the park. When he comes popping in out of nowhere, right before my eyes. I figured someone up on high was looking out for me, you know what I'm saying?
I feel
like the know what I'm saying has to be like an Eminem thing, because I remember Eminem used to say that a lot in interviews and stuff.
Yeah, and it's being used as a crutch here for Waki, because, like, he's just, like, he... Usually when people say that phrase, it's because they, like, there's a turn of phrase or an innuendo or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But he's just following it up on every sentence because that's what real G's say, essentially.
Yeah, I feel like it could be replacing. There's a like a verbal tick in Japanese where if you end your sentence with nanone, that means that's right, isn't it?
Oh, okay, yeah. Which I imagine probably has more general use than what's happening here.
Yeah, because it's a lot shorter.
And you're right.
Waki would fit in with Cypher's crew. Absolutely.
Oh god, yeah, he would. You're also right, Luca. Shutakumi is in my brain. Who put him in there? This sounds bad right from the get-go.
Well, there won't be any Gecko if we don't get some more information.
Right. First gather the facts. Time enough for despair later. Okay. Oh, well, I kind of started off in a weird spot. Is there anyone to show him what's what? I think about half a year ago, messed up something bad, and just let me go with that thing. So I gotta go in and get another doc to patch me up again. That was the day I done figured it out. No, he's gonna let that pass. We didn't really get an indication. Okay, so he basically he was going to go to the clinic and then ran into him in the park. So I don't think we got anything to suggest otherwise there. What about this other dog? So this bullet is still...
You know it. I can still feel it. Right there in my chest, pressing up against my heart.
Your words are like a bullet shot straight into my heart. Or something to that effect. Incidentally, that's from one of our hit singles.
Oh, that sounds like a straightforward case of malpractice.
Get it? Really? Nothing? Okay.
Word, J-Man. Or no, absent. That's for shizzle.
Help.
It seems there were issues with this doctor. Man, putting him down was like doing the world a favor.
Walkie, please consult your lawyer before saying things like that.
Chin up, Apollo. Back straight. But why did this mistake only come to light that day?
It was found during the family health checkup. The family checkup?
My client is not a perfect man. Yeah, killed him. That was the wackest thing of all. All those G's lining up, taking eye exams and all that. Better to die young than to fade away, bizoy.
Dental and optical? Who the hell needs that? A relief to hear.
Eh? What's a relief?
Oh? Did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you. What? Yes, how Dr. Maractus had knowledge concerning this ticking time bomb in you. Knowledge that could have saved your life.
No way, that's whack.
What the fuck? There is proof. Your checkup report. Results from a checkup performed in June. Metallic object found near heart. Before we get to that... Urgent exam needed. How ironic that you would kill the one man capable of helping you. You're almost as careless as he was. Well, now that the place is hopping, let's get this gig started.
Started?
God, I forgot that Cleffy is kind of a dick. Yeah, that's kind of cold, dude. Like, I know you're trying to like convict him, like get him convicted, like is the goal, but Jesus, like the twisting of the knife of like, oh yeah, yeah, you admitted you killed him. Also, that guy could have actually saved your life. Isn't that a shame? It's just like, why are you so cold, Cleffier? What the fuck? I've had enough of a warm-up act, yeah? Time to hear from the witness.
Lucky sure is quiet all of a sudden.
I'm a little uneasy myself. Is this Gavin's strategy? Oh my lord. So, will you tell us your name and occupation?
You want me to take him both because he's a fucking freak and because you're already playing the two characters with the most dialogue in this scene?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Oh god.
What's this guy sound like? What's his what's your read on him?
Kind of very uptight, oh god. I think kind of like a Like, if I was going to read this, I would be like, my name is Wesley Stickler. Kind of like...
So like Niles Crane from Frasier?
Sort of, yeah. Not far off that, honestly. He collects his fingernails. He does.
My name is Wesley Stickler. By occupation, I take it you refer to some labor that profits the society. He talks too fast, I can't read this.
Oh, yeah. We're back in Ace Attorney, baby. Someone's spamming that goddamn keyboard. Let's go. No representations of thought. By which he means to say that he is a student. A junior at Ivy University, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, in the Department of Science and Engineering.
Wesley Windbag, thank you, Luca. He does the thing with his cereal like in Get Out. Oh.
Filled with curiosity for all things, I spend my days in pursuit of truth, honing my...
Herr Stickler, please direct said curiosity to the case at hand today.
Very well, Mr. Stickler. Please testify to the court about what you saw the night of the crime.
I do like the book snapping shot, though. That's very
It's great.
And there he goes again. Yeah, that scene is... I don't think it's ever faded to black in a situation like that before. That's awesome.
I know. Estrogen could save her. I don't know if anything could save her. That night, I passed through the park on my way home from shopping when I saw them. One man pulling a stand, another man facing him. I saw them quite clearly. The man facing the victim was the defendant. In his hand he held, yes, a pistol, which was pointed at the man pulling the stand. A shot. The bullet hit the man pulling the stand from the front, square in the forehead.
Thank you, Judge.
Was there anyone else in the park at the time? I can say with 100% accuracy that there was not.
The pistol our witness refers to is this.
The court accepts this into evidence.
Fingerprints were wiped. Yeah, that was going to be my first question. Two
Hello,
rounds
Charles.
were fired. Hi, Charles.
Very well. Mr. Justice, you may cross-examine the witness.
Yes, Your Honor. Trucy? Why are you staring at like that at the witness?
That man. Can't help but feel I've seen him somewhere before.
Oh, no. I will...
Are dots connecting in your brain?
Yeah, I will say this does kind of track. Okay. There's one other mystery character that we have yet to connect to anything here, and okay. One man pulling a stand, another man facing him. I saw them quite clearly. The man facing the defendant in his hand, he held the... Okay, so this is the one that interrogated a lot, because he was not holding that, as far as we know. Are you sure the pistol you saw is the same as the ones just submitted as evidence?
Am I sure? Surely you jest.
I'm not joking. Please don't call me Shirley.
Or so a common witness would be tempted to say.
Huh?
Yet I'm no common witness. I see not only events as they are, but the logical structure governing those events.
Yes, a fine Gary Cooper looking ass. Oh, God. Why is this man so cunty? God damn it, Charles.
First, we must consider the fact that it was night in the Pog, which indeed restricted my field of vision due to insufficient levels of illumination. Now, if we consider the pistol, that is called Object A, was indeed shrouded in darkness, it becomes difficult to say with certainty that Object A was indeed Object A. I think he means he couldn't see it that clearly.
My badge for a normal witness. I'm sorry, you're in the wrong universe.
The fact that before my eyes is indisputable.
Uh-huh.
I can see it when I close my eyes, so the defendant raised his weapon.
A shot. I wonder if we press him on the number of shots then. Because, whilst obviously, yeah, like, we don't think he was holding the gun, and the clear blurred image of that has something in his hand, and we only have fingerprints on the knife. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the problem here, but it's not direct enough for us to actually contradict it. Whereas this sounds a bit more like might be able to get somewhere. Yeah, thank you, Apollo. Are you absolutely certain only one shot was fired?
Yes, of course it was one shot. Why do you ask?
Aha! Contradiction. Finally. Oh, we're just doing this here? Huh. Oh, we might be updating his testimony. Mr. Stickler, according to the court record, the pistol was fired twice. Objection! Oh. Good eyes, Justice. You're cool. Really cool. Real cool. Eh? You really think so? Uh-oh. Yet, there is no reason why this other shot had to have been fired that night.
Meaning?
This pistol came from the Kitaki family mansion, yeah? I think it's not unreasonable to assume the pistol had been fired once before that night. During perhaps another altercation? He's got a point.
Judging from his smug expression, I'd say Prosecutor Gavin had that answer ready before you even spotted the problem.
He seems pretty confident in his testimony.
We always make the biggest mistakes when we're most confident.
Ain't that the truth?
You got a weak point somewhere, Apollo. Find it.
Right. Better give that testimony another listen. Pass through the park on the way from shopping.
What's your evidence you have right now?
Let's have a look. We've got the pistol. Oh, actually, we haven't looked at this yet.
Whoa.
Whoa! Don't point that thing at me!
Don't worry, I can handle myself around guns.
Trucy?
Magic guns, at least. The one that pigeons come out of.
Very reassuring. Okay, that's good. Is there anything weird about the gun? Actually, I can... Oh no. Not gonna... Oh no, it won't let me mouse around. That's a...
Darn.
Trust Trucy with a gun. Give Trucy a firearm. Here, go do crime. Okay. Might not be anything there. Okay, let's see. What do we got? We got the map, we got the bowl, Trucy's panties, the cell phone, the mirror, neither of which we've really touched on yet. We've examined fingerprints on things, but, like, I don't know. This says fingerprints were wiped, so I'm assuming, you know, we can't really do anything with that. We've got the autopsy report, single bullet to... Pardon? Sorry? Oh! Oh, it wasn't in the forehead. Oh, I'm stupid.
I know he's stupid.
Well, these aren't mutually exclusive.
Yes, they are.
I appreciate that, Mina. Okay, yep. I was focusing on the wrong detail. And yeah, I probably should have reread the autopsy report now that I think about it. Is there anything else in here that's... managed to brain resulting from bullet wound, entry point right temple, between 10:15 and 10:45. Okay. Well, that's... Objection! There we go. That's all of it. I think I have a chance. Is that you relaxing, I see, Herr Justice? Huh? Oh, objection!
Once is quite enough, Mr. Justice. Apollo, pace yourself. This trial's not over yet.
Right. Look at this.
The autopsy report? Is there a problem with the autopsy report?
Right. A problem. Yes, the problem is the location of the entry wound.
Location?
You testified that the killer shot the victim square in the forehead, did you not?
I have already determined your angle of inquiry.
Have you?
Allow me to explain. It's quite simple, really. First, understand that when I say square, I speak of a geometrical absolute. What do I mean by this? For example, the definition of a meter is 1,000 times the twin.
Did I just say krypton particles in that explanation? My god.
He did. Mr. Justice?
He simply bent the bullet like it wanted. Yes?
Was there objection to these krypton particle things?
I'm glad that was the only thing I saw in that, and the judges. Oh god. This is a big time, and you are obsessed with something so small? You disappoint me. No, I'm obsessed with something big. I mean, there's a bigger, less nitpicky problem here.
Do tell.
Just look at the autopsy report. The location of the entry wound was the right temple.
Temple?
Mr. Sickler, you said quite clearly that the victim was shot square in the forehead. That's a contradiction. Isn't it? It is, right? Oh, finally. Objection! Herr Justice. Oh, Herr Justice. Yes? Your tactics are outdated, trying to shake the witness by objecting to trifles. Surely you haven't forgotten the fatal wound your master suffered 7 years ago. Phoenix Wright, was it? What it... Sorry, what? This is a very strange position to be in, where... I don't think this has happened in Ace Attorney before, where everyone is talking about an incident that happened, but talking completely past it like everyone knows what's up. Usually there's at least, like, one character in the scene that's like, hi, what the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah.
A very interesting dynamic going into this whole thing. I imagine this is probably going to keep happening, because we're probably not going to touch
well, I
on
was
that.
just like, okay, weird, moving on.
Yeah. I said... Anyway. Look, I know the wound was in the wrong place according to this testimony.
Yerk.
Good. Hey, Herr Forehead. Forehead? Let us imagine you are walking through the park. You see two men facing each other, one with a pistol trained on the other. What would you do, Herr Forehead? Well, I guess I would try to stop them. I'd probably shout, "Stop!" And you, Fraulein?
Me? Well, I'd probably scream, "Eek!"
And you, Herr Stickler? What did you shout, I wonder? Ah! The victim turned his head at the last moment. Ugh.
Ah, yes, thank you for jogging my memory.
Yes, jogging. I kind of think what he's referring to is like Apollo is following Phoenix's modus operandi and badgering the witness, and Clavier's joking that it clearly doesn't work. Well, I think I could be reading into this a bit more than that, but it sounds more like doing this led to something really bad in the case that Phoenix decided to quit over, if I had to guess. Like, you're doing the thing he did that eventually got him a wound, so to speak. But, yeah, the player is kind of intentionally left out of the loop on what exactly that could mean, whether it has any more, like, depth than just that, so... We'll see.
It sounds like an addendum to the testimony is required.
Night in the Park 2.
As soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action. Cease this at once, you two, I cried, with composure. The victim turned in the direction of my voice, and a shot rang out. Whereupon our cowardly killer, the defendant, appeared to have become frightened. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene. I see. So you attempted to stop the crime. Indeed. With composure. Well, maybe the criminal wouldn't have fired if he hadn't shouted like that.
Yeah, let's get him on. Let's get him for murder. That doesn't really matter now, unfortunately. Let us consider this new testimony, shall we? Observe the diagram. Observe the diagram, if you would. The witness, Mr. Stickler, was it, stood here. He shouted, "Oh, stop, please," or something of this nature. And the victim responded by looking in the witness's direction. Right. If the killer were to have fired at just that moment, as we can see, the bullet would have struck the right temple, as in the report.
It does seem to be the case. Witness the power of a junior in Ivy University's Department of Science.
Okay, buddy.
Very well, Mr. Justice, you may cross-examine the witness.
Nothing's really sticking out to me just yet. This'll be funny to press. Are you sure both men were able to hear your voice?
They were, of course. My high, exquisite voice echoed through the park.
And the victim responded to that clarion call?
White.
Turn in the direction of my voice, and a shot rang out. Did you hear the gunshot at the same time as the victim turned?
Indeed, I would say about the same time, to be precise.
Hear the gunshot at the same time as the victim turned. That is not enough time. Like, that probably wouldn't make it square in the forehead, but I also wouldn't say that would be enough time for it to hit the right temple.
And how fast they turned, I guess.
Yeah. And the victim did not ask you for help?
Can we say that he didn't have time to ask? He didn't even have time to take a single step. I am totally sure that the killer fired because Mr. Stickler startled him.
Don't Don't say that too loud, Trucy, please. How could you... Can you describe the killer's actions more clearly?
He seemed quite surprised, especially considering that it was he who did the deed.
Almost like he didn't.
As we can see, human psychology is a tangled web indeed.
He simply couldn't believe what he had done. He shot, he panicked. A common tale, but true.
Unfortunately, before I could take further action...
You didn't try to apprehend the criminal?
It all happened so fast, I'm afraid I hadn't the time. Doesn't that strike you, something about that strike you as odd, Apollo?
What?
The killer was in a hurry, right? He fired the pistol and tossed it right away.
According to the testimony, that's what happened, yes.
In that case, I'd expect to find something that we didn't find.
The gun?
What about the gun?
Oh, the fingerprints.
Hmm.
Yeah, if it was like shot, oh Jesus, and threw it to the ground, why were and not there were no fingerprints on it. Fingerprints were wiped, so someone specifically removed them, and that wouldn't have been. Yes, and that couldn't have been the person that was claimed to have run away. Oh, whoops.
I like that contradiction. Kinda sad to see it go.
Not as sad as I feel. What do we do now?
At least the testimony's getting a little clearer.
She's right. Maybe I can find something to use in this new testimony. Yeah, so... would be the last line. Why were the fingerprints gone? Objection! Wait a second.
Tisk on a misleading request.
I like that you actually pronounce tisk and not just... Because, yeah,
he would.
He would. He absolutely would. No. Excellent.
Yet you're so beholden to your own mode of discourse, you can't see how it affects you.
Come again?
Wait a second, you say. A second?
Oh, I hate this guy.
Are we intended to wait just that? A single second, 1/60th of a minute? That's hardly enough time to draw a breath, let alone make a statement in court. Now, had you asked for a longer period of time, say 3 minutes, 35 seconds, then... Mr. Justice?
Yes, Your Honor.
Am I to understand that you're objecting to the length of a second?
The fucking judge is just, like, awake half the time. And it's just, like, in the middle of that rant,
dude,
like...
This witness is just gish galloping.
Yeah, no, really. And the judge can't keep up with... The judge can't keep up with normal testimony, and it's just like... Oh, yes, that's very stupid of you, Mr. Justice. We all know how long a second is. Come on now. Yes, I mean, no. Here, just look at the pistol. It doesn't have a single fingerprint on it.
Common ploy, made all the more common, I fear, by the prevalence of television. Criminals these days are loath to leave fingerprints.
Wait, but you said the killer tossed the gun and ran.